Are washed through. All of a sudden there was a ton of grip and he had to reinitiate, and it just about got away with it on that one. But both of these guys will now have to be a little bit more brave coming in there with full throttle, because if they don't go in there on full throttle, they're going to straighten up. Let's see what happens as Shanahan goes through the gears. Look at zakouril right on the back bumper. Very early initiation from Jack Shanahan. Again, get caught by the grip levels out there. So does Marco zakouril on the inside of the track, and Marco zakouril makes a big dive and a big mistake from zakouril as he over-rotates the car, but Shanahan misses the outer zone. Back on the mistake train again we go as Shanahan now fires through. Marco zakouril with a very late dive out there. Shanahan going to the wall here. This is where it gets really slippy towards the end, and zakouril now having a little bit of trouble. He's almost overtaking Shanahan. Shanahan almost comes to a stop. How do you decide it? It's very hard to say. Is who's not worse is kind of what's happening on the track.
Well, I'm wondering, was zakouril expecting Jack maybe to have more pace, or maybe his own car just had more pace than Shanahan's car had?
And maybe pace isn't the right thing to have, because of course you have very little room for error when you have so much grip in the car, because if you do have to slow down, the car straightens up, and that's exactly what happened Marco zakouril. So Jack Shanahan definitely, I think, knowing how fast Marco zakouril's car is taking a big run up here in the chase position. He has to go to the door. He knows zakouril's car is one of the fastest on the grid, and Shanahan has to go for this now. Has to, get that proximity from the off. Can't let zakouril pull away.
Here we go, zakouril to lead them in. Shanahan, such an early initiation from Jack Shanahan as he goes fully aggressive here. But zakouril now, no problems at this point of the circuit this time around. The Shanahan sucks in, zakouril gets a little bit offline though. Big angle from zakouril gone, Dave.
Yeah, zakouril's gone, Shanahan's gone. I don't know how they didn't make contact. That initiation from Jack Shanahan, the man just needs to calm down. That is a ridiculous thing to do. He initiates so much earlier than everybody else, and I think what he's doing is he's saying, I'm going to initiate the same every time, irregardless of my opponent, because I know what's going to happen. And at this point you're thinking zakouril doing good, Shanahan's doing good, but this is the problem. Look at the pace zakouril builds here, because he's not on the outside line. He's almost straight line burnout through the track. When he transitions, you ain't slowing down there. You're just going to have to throw on the angle, and once you threw on the angle, the car was gone. Shanahan's on the front brake saying, uh-oh, here we go, and the two boys hinge into grass, and how they're not in another collision I don't know. Look at this absolute carnage as you come through.
Yeah.